Hello and welcome, as it is that of the 29th day of July 2018. My name is Derek and this is the Crypto Day Morning. I'd like to welcome you, and like always, all trades, all bets, and of the like is within your own risk, own reward. For myself, risk reward management is always job number one. From the $10,000 highs and the lows below 6,000, I got four lines representing Fibonacci 23.6, the bottom one. Second bottom one's 38.2. The next one where it's playing around right now, or it would be 61.8 and the 76.4. So therefore, not trying to get this into a bullish situation, basic bullish move, and it's doing a very good job within such. And what I like about this on the 400-minute time frame is from its last leg higher at the end of the 22nd day, it has been going sideways, but the move in which it occurred in here, well, that's it rebounded it really quickly, and of course back up to its trading range within the 18, but showing a lot of strength in my opinion via that of the 18. And moving out above this level, well, then we could talk about some longer term Fibonacci levels, with the most longest term one having a 38.2% mark in at about 92.88. Let's take a look next at DNT, District 0x. And within its, this is the 3-day chart, and it's really just going up, going down, all those types of things. Every time you see these wick lines, it's great sell and buy opportunities, at least for myself within my strategy. But today's session has had a very interesting move, making it up to about 896 and then back lower again. But you're going to get a different chart on the Binance than you would on Bittrex. This is the Bittrex exchange as notified up on the upper left. If we take a look at this on Binance, it was a lot different. For it had this little wick lower. So I woke up and I seen buy order, sell order, sell order. Sweet. As I was able to get my buy order filled and then sell some above again. And within, of course, this market, it's just got those lovely moves that I like with it, with all these cryptocurrencies. And quickly looking at some other majors against the dollar, here's Ethereum, just hanging in there with a barely rising, but more sideways, moving 18 average. And Bitcoin's kicking ass, I think, because it's being accumulated for the hedge funds, or the, maybe not hedge funds, but the ETFs to possibly bring them into such an ordeal. But definitely Bitcoin has been king lately. Will Ethereum start to have nice gains higher? I think it's more favorable that it will. I do like how it's making some higher lows in here, but it really needs to get out above the 517 area. Dash is showing a lot of the similar sideways movements. It did make a move above the 18 average around the middle of July and has now spent the last 8-9 or so days within a barely rising 18. And if it did get above this key resistance, but it didn't accelerate afterwards after coming back. It hasn't failed by leaving the 18. So to me, this is an interesting situation. It's got the big decision for big move up, big move down. And if I see failure amongst this 18, this thing has been in such a terrible bear, or not a terrible bear market, but for price action to be testing some of these new levels down below. But these cryptos ultimately should be moving together. ZEC has got some decent situation here after it managed to find this level of resistance here, successfully correcting through the 18 average, has now been developing the sideways range amongst the area which it got up to before. So a nice looking setup, and I wouldn't be surprised if it has another nice leg higher coming soon. Here we have Litecoin, barely rising. It's had a lot of resistance about the 89 level, and it's barely rising 18, so neutral for the most part with a small bias to the upside. And then a lot of this is, well, in the neutral situation, usually it resolves itself in the larger trend, which makes it very difficult when the larger trend on such has been, well, down from January. But overall, since last year, it's nicely higher. but it's got a decent ways to go for it to get going or to get going. Major resistance I'm going to be putting at around 115. I do not expect 100 to be much resistance other than for short term at all. Of course, the market will do what it's going to do. I just think that 115 would be an area for significant resistance. Now we have NEO. It's basically going sideways. It's even got a little bit of a declining 18 average, but a lot of it is just sideways consolidation after a downtrend. And one of the things that I'm thinking is, after a Bitcoin ETF, will there be a Litecoin, Ethereum, and all the other ones out there? And if so, you can see a lot of the moves happen, but bigger within those coins. And I say bigger because it's not as liquid of a market for all the other coins compared to that of Bitcoin. So it will cost a lot more to get what you need, in the sense that for every 1 unit you bring Bitcoin up, say 1%, or however many units it takes to go up 1%, it's going to take like a half a unit to bring like Litecoin up a 0.5% or something significant lower. Another way of putting it is, say if 100 units, whatever that is, were to say bring Bitcoin up 10%, then on say a larger or a smaller code like Litecoin or NEO, 100 might bring it up 25%. Just whatever you say for dollars. Maybe that's however many millions it happens to be. And the reason for that is because of the bid-ask orders, and in this case, of course, the asks, there would not be anywhere near as thick on any altcoin compared to that of Bitcoin. Thank you for tuning in to today's video, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.